Hello, and welcome, fellow Brainiacs. My name is Kristen Cerisi, and today I will be talking about the psychology behind motivation. Let's take a second and read this quote together. Push yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. Wow, I don't know about you all listening out there, but I know this really speaks to my soul. How many of you push yourselves to be the best version of yourself? Well, let's be candid for a moment. If you're actually taking the time out to listen to this lightning talk session, then give yourselves a pat on the back. You're taking the next additional step in your career to be the most successful version of yourselves. Give yourselves a round of applause. How does this happen? What creates success? Psychology points to a term called motivation. What is motivation? Motivation, by definition, is an internal process that desires a change in behavior, thoughts, feelings, or environment. Whether we define it as a drive or a need, motivation is a condition inside us that desires a change, whether in the self or the environment. Motivation is influenced by the satisfaction of needs that are either necessary for sustaining life or essential for well-being and growth. The major components of motivation are activation, persistence, and intensity. Within these components are two types of motivation: extrinsic and intrinsic. Extrinsic motivation is driven by external rewards, such as money, grades, praise, or fame. Extrinsic motivation is focused purely on outside rewards, both positive and negative. Now, for all my musicians out there, recall the days when you had to pass advanced theory and analysis or sight singing. Although it may be beneficial for us as musicians, the task was completed through extrinsic motivation in hopes that we all got an A, or at least a passing grade. Am I right? Okay, so now that we understand extrinsic motivation, let's take a look at intrinsic. What is intrinsic motivation? Intrinsic motivation engages in a behavior that is personally gratifying or rewarding, and not solely for external rewards. The three components of intrinsic motivation are autonomy, purpose, and mastery. People are intrinsically motivated when they can act independently, feel their efforts matter, and gain skillful satisfaction from and becoming more skillful. When you pursue an activity for pure enjoyment, you are doing it because you are intrinsically motivated. Your motivations arise entirely from within, rather than gaining an external reward or acclaim. So now that we understand extrinsic and intrinsic motivation, the final Jeopardy question: which is better? Well, this is a trick question. There is no concrete research that states that one is better than the other. In fact, you need both to be successful in your career pathway. So, which is better? Well, the world may never know. How does music play a role in motivation? Very easily. Close your eyes and think about a time when you were listening to your favorite song, or working out to your favorite mix, or even preparing for a performance. What makes you tick? This idea is based on neuromusicology. Neuromusicology is a study of how music affects our brains in correspondence to our nervous system. Scientists have figured out that music creates a motivational background for all activities, and what stimulates motivation on an independent association. So what does music really do for motivation? Let's take a look. Music reduces stress and fatigue. Stress and fatigue are the first killers of motivation. Research has shown that music has positive effects on mental fatigue. Music battles fatigue and increases motivation by allowing your brain to escape route. It fuels your brain. Number two, music increases motor coordination. Moving to rhythm of music increases self-confidence and impacts self-motivation. Three, music increases stimulation by making us more mobile and motivates our body to move. And lastly, music supports motivation and relaxation. They are closely connected in helping to recharge and fuel our body and mind, thus increasing motivation. In closing, music is a very powerful neurological tool that helps us change our mindset and mood. So listening to your favorite tunes while performing different activities is a great motivational exercise. Well, there you have it, folks. Thank you for attending my lightning talk, and I hope you enjoyed learning about the power of motivation.